YouTube, above average Cody here, and whether you have a bone to pick with Halo Infinite, 343, or Microsoft as a whole, there's really no secret that Halo Infinite has left a sour taste in the mouths of pretty much every single Halo fan out there in one way or another. Even with the flop that Halo Infinite had at launch, it's made a pretty substantial comeback, and there's still a little teeny glimmer of hope for the Halo franchise, just due to how solid and amazing this fan base is. So I thought it would be a fun video, at least from my point of view, to discuss what the next Halo game is really going to have to bundle together to even have a chance at not only saving the franchise, but really just making Halo roll off the tongue a little bit better for years to come. Because let me tell you guys, anybody talking about this game generally is not talking about it in a very positive fashion. So let's get into some of the things that I would really like to see in the next Halo game. And I want to preface this, guys, by saying these are 100% my opinions. I was thinking about this all week at work so far, and this is based off no leaks, rumors. There are no hard facts in this video, just basically my experience through 2.5 years on Halo Infinite and what I think the next game needs to look like. And before I get into specific points, guys, I want to say Halo Infinite, for its core gameplay, was actually a pretty good game. Was it great? No. By no means am I saying this game was perfect. By no means am I saying just remake it and fix the bugs and it'll be great. There's a lot more that has to go into it than that. But as for the core gameplay, the weapons, and everything like that, it was pretty good. Everything was pretty substantial, and it's still fun to watch in the HCS. And I first want to start by talking about what ranked should look like in the next Halo, be it Halo 7, or I was pondering Halo Infinite 2, because this game was actually pretty good. Ranked has to be a better ranked system, and that's really where it starts, because this ranked system, if you guys didn't play it, it is terrible, it is unrewarding, and it is just not fun to try and rank up in any way, shape, or form. This leads to people smurfing. This leads to people not caring and quitting out of games, or just loading in and going AFK. It's just a really bad experience altogether. You need a rank system that actually pins a person's rank against other people of their own rank. If I am Diamond 2, I should only be playing against people in Diamond 2. The reason is, if I beat these Diamond 2 players, then I deserve to move up to Diamond 3. And then if I beat them, I go to Diamond 4. However, if I lose and I just can't compete with these Diamond 2 players, then I lose rank to play against, you guessed it, Diamond 1 players. This is just how rank systems should be working. For some reason, we're in an era where we just matchmake off SBMM, and we have Onyx 1550s playing Platinum 6s, playing Diamond 3s, because the game sees them as the same skill level, even though the point of a rank system is for the rank to determine your skill level. But I won't get too passionate about that, guys. On top of that, we really just need a ranked system to be rewarding, fun, competitive, and just pretty much just, it needs a full overhaul from what it was here in Halo Infinite. And most importantly, guys, it needs to be out at launch. Don't do the Call of Duty system where it's like, oh, rank's coming, it's in beta, release it at launch. Put it in full force and make it good. Next up, guys, I want to talk about the movements of the next Halo game. And I'm really, really sorry to say, but the movement, when it worked, when it was not clunky in Halo Infinite, was very good. It was relatively smooth, it wasn't too fast outside of certain slides and skill jumps, and it flowed really good, and it was really fun to watch if you guys watched the HCS. It wasn't too fast, it wasn't too slow, it was very easy to follow, rotations were pretty balanced, and it's just, there's enough skill gap in the movement where you can see it from certain ranks what people learn as they move up. I'm sorry the movement is not Halo. I'm sorry we're not all walking around the map at one speed, jumping up and down everywhere. That's just not what gaming is anymore. We have shorter attention spans. Things are very fast. It's an FPS shooter. You just can't be crawling around the map in the modern gaming landscape, guys. To me, it's like watching paint dry. So really, I'm fine with this movement. I'd like to see it carry over something similar like this into the next Halo game. And now next up, the hottest topic in all of gaming for probably the last 10 years, guys, and that is SBMM. I briefly touched upon this in Ranked. Ranked should be match made heavily skill-based matchmaking. However, you should be using the rank tied to your name that is matchmaking you with these people. However, in social game modes, guys, I am sorry, but for just about everybody, SBMM has just absolutely ruined social matchmaking. I'm not saying remove SBMM altogether because I don't think that is the answer either. I just think you shift the balancing differently. Rather than putting all high-level players with high-level players and all low-level players with low-level players, I think you go with some form of mix and being somewhere in the middle. Because I remember back in the day on Call of Duty, there'd be like one or two people at the top of each team. There'd be some people in the middle with a reasonable score, and there'd just be some people at the bottom with frankly, a lower score. And from this point of view, guys, in every lobby, there is somebody that you can kill, and there's going to be somebody better than you. It's just an absolute mixed bag. It's a social game type. I should be sitting back in my chair, enjoying myself, playing as hard or as soft as I want to. It really should not be an absolute sweat fest in every single match, be it either A, I'm playing against higher skill level players because I'm a high skill player, or B, I'm a low level player that's struggling in lobbies and I'm just sitting in corners sweating it out the entire game. I really don't know what happened to social and casual lobbies in all of these games across the board, but I just really like to see Halo try to figure it out and fix it, and I think SBMM plays a really big role in social game modes kind of falling off. Next up, guys, all you Halo fans are going to have to help me out with this one because I am not the biggest campaign guy myself, but I know for a fact the campaigns, at least in many regards, have been kind of lackluster. I know I did not finish the one in Infinite, but I hated the whole open world aspect. I miss like the kind of level by level, crawling through the story, finding the secrets on each level type stuff. I don't know if I'm on the right side of the fence with that, but I would just like to see them kind of take all of the feedback from the community, take some time, write a banger story, and just get back to the roots of what made Halo Halo. Because, guys, I'm a big ranked guy, I'm a big multiplayer guy, but I played Halo 2, 3, all those games, and just the campaigns are what made those games what they are today and what made the Halo franchise what it is today with all lore and everything. So I'd really just like to see them go ham with a campaign that, even if I'm not chomping at the bit to play it, I want to see the community raving about it, tweaking about it, and I want to see it have replayability and maybe even some expansions or something of that nature. But again, guys, help me out in the comments because I know a lot of you guys are bigger campaign players than me, and I'm not going to sugarcoat it. I'm just not a big campaign player nowadays. Next up, guys, I want to talk about game modes. This kind of branches off the social gaming aspect that I was kind of talking about. Put the staple game modes that everybody wants to see in at launch. Do not just have one generic quick play playlist with the saddest, most casual game modes that you can think of and just call it a day. There are so many game modes that are integral to Halo as a franchise. Multi-team just now finally got added into Infinite after 2.5 years, guys, and that is a perfect example right there. Take your best game modes, your fan favorite game modes, put them in the game at launch. Somebody should get on the game with the 3 bullet points I just talked about, guys. I should turn on the game for the first time and not be sure if I should be playing, should I jump in the campaign first? Should I jump in ranked first? Should I try out the social game modes first? I don't want to know what I should be playing. I want it to be a very hard decision on what I choose to dive into, and that comes out with just having a slew of fan favorite game modes and things people want to play. Next up, guys, maps. It's easier said than done. Every single game, Call of Duty, Halo, everything has just absolute doo-doo maps nowadays. I don't know what the solution is, but you're supposed to be smarter than me. That's why you're developers. Just figure it out. Call in the forgers to help if you want to, guys. And my final thing, gameplay-wise, before I get into my final bullet after this, is to get creative, guys. We know what works. We know what doesn't work. Don't try to change what works. Just try to make new, innovative things that do work. I don't know, prop hunt, fun, stupid game modes like Infection and things like that. I mean, that's not new. That goes in the integral modes section. But I don't know, man. Think of something. Get creative. Something new. Grab the forgers to help you. I don't care. Just get creative with it. And lastly, guys, I'm going to leave you off with this. The time frame of the next Halo game is very, very crucial, but it is also complicated. Everything I mentioned in this video takes time. It takes the right group of developers. It takes a lot of work overall, and that does not happen in a small time frame. When you rush games out, when you put them out half finished, that is when the game is absolute poo-poo. But you can't wait too long, because what Infinite did to this franchise, what 343 has done to this franchise, guys, so many times over and driven away so many players, especially with Infinite, you really can't wait 5, 10, 15 years for this banger game to come out at this point. 343 really has to get on the horse. I'm talking 2, 3, 4 years, and just keep building up hype. Give us sneak peeks. Let the community know that you care and you want to put out a banger game, and you just cannot wait a very long time for the release of this said banger game, at least in my opinion. Obviously, I would rather wait longer if the product's going to be good, but I don't even know if they can handle a good product at this point in the modern landscape. But in my opinion, guys, you can't wait very long, because what Infinite did to the Halo side of gaming just is not very good. A lot of players swear to never touch this game again. So no matter what you do, you're not going to bring them back. You need to put out a banger, and you can't wait too long to put it out. And guys, those are all of my personal thoughts on what I would like to see for the next Halo game. Yes, I left a lot out. Yes, I missed certain main points that should be talked about, but these were just the main things that I want to spit out there to get the conversation started with you guys. Go crazy down in the comments, but again, these are my opinions. These are no leaks, nothing confirmed. These are my opinions. That's all it is, guys. Take it with a grain of salt, and then feel free to politely share your opinions down below in the comment section. But outside of that, guys, subscribe to the channel. We've been mixing things in other than Halo, but guys, I'm back on the Halo streams this week. I missed it. It's just more fun. I love the game. I just wish more people played it. So hit that sub button, guys. Leave a like on the video. Already mentioned leaving a comment. And then finally, channel memberships and super thanks. If you'd like support monetarily, it helps me out a lot as a content creator, but please do not feel like you have to. But alrighty, guys. This one was a little bit longer than I wanted it to be, so stay happy, stay healthy, and stay tuned for the next video.